What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We are going to be driving my new 2021 Subaru WRX. Been looking forward to doing this video. Shout out to my girlfriend. She got me this awesome GoPro Hero 12. And so I decided to go ahead and buy this hat clip. And then I got some extra Enduro batteries right here. So we should be good to go. This is my first time using the GoPro Hero 12, so please be patient with me. I'm trying to get used to this new hat clip thing. It's crazy, man. I'm trying to, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the guys out there do it. Like, it's almost like I'm trying to find a correct way to have this thing mounted without it impairing my vision on the road, because it was at a point where I literally had this thing directly in front of my head, and it was like, dude, how are people even driving with these things? But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a little walk around of the car. I did record some clips for you guys of me installing some new mods on the WRX, but I never ended up going ahead and uploading it. It got super late, super dark, and you know, it just wouldn't make for a good video anymore. But as you guys can see, we have the Extreme Online Store muffler deletes that I've already went over in the previous video. So if you guys haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it. We are going to be making a dedicated video to this exhaust setup, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, the new modifications that we have for the WRX start with the fourth brake light. So right here we have a fourth brake light for the car. I opted for the red version. I thought this one was going to be a little bit more of a light red to complement the tail lights, but it's just gonna have to work for now. I may end up going ahead and getting a new one, but for now we're gonna go with the fourth brake light that we have right now. It looks really, really good. So we went with the Subiflow taillight overlays. So for the reverse section, we went ahead and went with the Subiflow. I think it's 50% light smoke overlays. I didn't want to go too dark on that, but in my opinion, I think it looks really, really good. So we did the Dio Dynamics tailless turn module for the car as well. So instead of the old blinking function from the amber halogen bulb, we have the C lights acting as a turn signal for the car. So super, super happy about that. It's probably my favorite mod that I added to the car. And then other than that, I want to say we did the LED lights, the white LEDs for the existing turn signal and the existing reverse light. But let me know down in the comment section below if you guys are digging the new look of the rear end of the WRX. I'm certainly digging it. I think it's perfect for a OEM plus addition to the car. So super, super happy, super excited about that. Other than that, we have nothing really new going on for the WRX. Really, it's just taking it slow, not really in a rush. You guys can see right there the tow hook cover is missing, so I do have a painted one on the way for this car, so super excited about that. Had to go ahead and just take that ugly looking tow hook off. If you guys like those, cool. Not really a big fan of them, but I think I covered everything. Oh, and license plate lights. So we went with some super bright OLM or molded innovations license plate lights, so they look super, super good at night. Still waiting on my plates, but other than that, I would say that's it for the car so far. I think just those small mods have added a lot to this car and made it look a lot better, so super excited about that. Without further ado though, let's get back in here and take this thing for a little drive. All right, we are back in the car, guys. I'm super, super excited to record this video. I've been wanting to get a GoPro for a while now, and I was gonna end up just buying, you know, an open box used GoPro Hero 12, anything honestly that was worth my money. But yeah, like I said, my girlfriend ended up just hooking it up. She was like, hey man, I got you a brand new one. So I was like, GoPro Hero 12, super, super grateful for that. It's definitely gonna take the channel to the next level. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below of this video, and you know, what I can do better to make these a little bit more enjoyable to watch. Now, if you guys are wondering, like, you know, why is the hat clip, you know, why is it an issue? You know, why is it impairing your vision? Basically, I decided to do it the best way, and that's inverting it and kind of making the hat clip, you know, turning the hat clip upside down. So instead of the hat clip facing up, the hat clip faces down, because if I were to have it up, you don't really get the best POV shots. Like literally the camera is like almost at the roof and you guys are kind of just looking at, you know, you're just looking at the top of the windshield, top of the steering wheel, and it just doesn't really make for good driving videos. So yeah, just decided to do it that way, and you know, hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully it looks good. Probably gonna be stopping here and there to, like, you know, look at the clips and see if I have the, you know, the correct angle, make sure everything is good. But yeah, just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things in this video, kind of like, I guess, my first impressions. And you know, I would say it's been about a month of ownership for this car, so I guess you can call this, like, you know, a 1 month ownership review of the 2021 WRX. But man, this car this car makes me smile every time I drive it. It is an amazing drive every time. Like, it's just awesome, especially with the muffler deletes. I mean, man, you can't beat it. It's a perfect driver's car, right? It's a perfect driver's car for someone who, you know, is passionate about driving and, you know, just likes, you know, just wants to be a car guy and feel like a car guy. You know, you don't want to drive something that's, you know, super boring and not engaging. And I would say this car is the opposite of that. I know a lot of people out there, previous WRX owners, will say, you know, that the car is not that fun unless you modify it, and you know, it's boring and all this extra stuff. But honestly, I don't find it very boring. Yeah, does it get a little stale at times? Yeah, but it's never stale to the point where I'm like, I hate this car, I wish I can just get into something else. Like, no, this thing has been awesome, and I'm super grateful to be in this position to own this car. Super happy I got this one. Super happy I went with WRX. I'll start off with kind of going over some things that I love about the car, right? Number one, I love the way this car feels. Honestly, the feeling of this car on every aspect, right? The sound, the way the car pulls. This thing definitely has some get up. With that all-wheel drive and that turbo, you can't really beat it. It feels great. Turbo spools up really fast, gives you that neck-breaking boost like immediately, and then the all-wheel drive system just carries you out all the way through. So yeah, I would definitely say it's my number one. The way this car feels and the way it sounds, everything, the experience is just amazing. Number two, I would have to say the interior setup. The interior layout, right? The interior layout is amazing. I think this looks fantastic. I honestly think it looks a little bit better than the VB. I think it's just more simple, and it just, you know, it looks good without being cheesy or tacky. I love the gauge cluster. I love the analog system. I love the digital display. It's not, you know, overdoing it. You're getting exactly the information that you need. I love the triple gauge cluster up here. I love how it's separated from here, but it's not like, you know, like I said, it's not cheesy looking. It just works. Everything in here works. Like, there's nothing, I would really say I have no complaints about this interior, even though it has some, you know, faux carbon fiber here and there. It's not, you know, it's probably some of the best faux carbon fiber I've seen. It doesn't look, you know, out of place, or it doesn't look bad. I think the red stitching and the red accents are spread out perfectly. It's not, you know, it's not cheesy or anything, you know. So yeah, I would say you definitely get a lot out of the box. Now, there are some things that, you know, you don't get that I would say you probably should get, even if it's a base. I feel like as a 2021 car, you should just, you know, you should get that no matter what. But yeah, I want to say my third thing, what do I want to say? The third thing I love about this car, the styling. I think this thing looks good, and I don't want to make this a VA versus VB video, but just kind of, you know, if you compare it to the VB and the current model that we have right now, I just think this one looks a lot better. A lot better. Now, this car, unfortunately, did come with some minor cosmetic defects that I'm gonna have to adjust and, you know, take care of in due time, because, you know, I did buy a used vehicle. And I bought used vehicles before, but I've never, you know, necessarily dealt with a used car that had as many cosmetic defects as this one. But, you know, hey, I'm at peace with my purchase. I'm happy with my purchase. And, you know, although I did have, you know, 7-day return policy on this car, didn't want to, you know, if the car ran fine and the interior was kept well and the engine bay was kept well, all the green flags were there, I wasn't going to really, you know, go, you know, with the hassle of returning it and, you know, getting rid of a, you know, really good deal over the fact that, you know, it's got some cosmetic defects, you know. Didn't want to do that. But yeah, those are the 3 things that I would say that I love about the car. Styling, I think it looks great. Looks good for a 4-door. I know a lot of 4-door cars can look a little boxy or, you know, a little dad, momish car look, but this one definitely has some nice sporty styling. Like I also said, the sound, the way the car makes me feel, and then the interior layout as a whole. Those are probably my 3 favorite things about this car. Now, going into the 3 things I dislike most about this car. Number 1, I think lackluster technology, I guess you would say, or lackluster features. I thought this car came with keyless entry. Apparently it does not. When you have the key turn option, I guess it just, you know, it doesn't come with keyless entry. And I thought it did. I looked it up. I went over the Subaru overview video, and it said that the base 2021 comes with keyless entry. Maybe I'm tripping, I don't know, but I'm not seeing it. So yeah, I guess features, I think for a 2021, like I said, this car should just have features. This should just have updated features. Even if you don't want to opt in for the premium or the limited, it should just have those features. That's just how it should be. I don't think that, you know, you should have to break the bank and get a trim that you don't really care for just so you can have some, you know, modern features, you know. Because, you know, I have a friend that has a 2015 Mazda 3 that has more features than this car, and it's just like, okay, I understand, you know, or I don't think it's a 2015, I think it's a 2013, but still, the fact that, you know, a higher trim 2013 vehicle has more features than a base 2021, it just doesn't make sense. It gets to the point where, you know, certain features should just come standard. Like, that's just how it should be. But yeah, I would say that's my number 1. My number 2 thing that I, you know, absolutely despise about this car is, you guys probably have already heard it 100 million times, but the infotainment, or the audio. The audio in this car is treacherous. It is terrible. And I don't mean to, you know, be hateful, you know, or anything towards Subaru or whoever designed this car. I think everything is great, but, you know, we all have to admit the audio is not good. The speaker systems is just not good in this car. It's literally to the point where I don't even want to use it. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even use it more than half the time. I use the exhaust as my music. I just listen to the exhaust because it's that bad. Like, so that's definitely it's definitely up there on my list for interior mods. I do want to keep this interior really clean, very OEM plus, but that's probably like one of my major, you know, top mods that I'm gonna have to go ahead and do with this car is, you know, sort out that audio system, because like when I tell you it's like it's bad, it's like really bad. But I know they offer a little OEM kicker, you know, upgrade for it, so I might just go with that for a little period of time, see how that rocks, and then later down the line, if I want something a little bit better, I'll just, you know, go to an audio shop and have them, and, you know, hook my stuff up. So yeah, I would say that's my second, you know, least favorite part of this car. Last but not least, my third least favorite part of this car probably has to be the seating position. I think in this car, the seating position can be a little bit more driver oriented, and I feel like the seat sits up way too high, especially for a car with 3 pedals. It's just no, it's a no for me. It sits up way too high, and I have this thing all the way down, so there's no going anywhere else. Like, this thing, it's just the seating position. I don't know how it is on the other models. I don't know if they have like that special, you know, 8-way, you know, seating position, you know, automatic, you know, electric seat controls that, you know, allow you to make the perfect adjustment. But with the base, as far as the base, I think it's just, it gets annoying at times, but it's nothing crazy. Once you get used to it and, you know, sit in here, you're like, okay, it's fine. But like, this is definitely a car that I would, you know, have to upgrade the seats, and I wouldn't mind doing that because it would, you know, be a plus to the overall aesthetic of the car as long as I choose the right seats. But yeah, I would say that's my third and final, like, you know, gripe about this car is that, you know, the seating position is a little lackluster. But, you know, that's all right. You can't, you know, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Another thing I wanted to talk about in this video was why I chose this car. Why did I go with a 2021 WRX base? Some people may, you know, say, why didn't you get the STI? Because, you know, you always got that guy, you know. It's just how people are, right? You know, the first thing they do is jump to, you know, why you didn't get the best option you possibly could. And honestly, the reason why is people may say, oh, you know, it's the money, you know, WRX STIs are way more expensive. And, you know, although that may be true, it really, the main thing wasn't really the money. Yeah, is it, you know, significantly higher than a standard WRX? Yes, but I just didn't want an STI. I honestly just love the WRX platform, the FA20 DIT. Oh shoot, got a Super right there. Okay, I see you, sir. But anyways, the FA20, I just love the FA20. I think it sounds perfect with the right exhaust system. I think it feels great. I just love the FA20. I think it's a great engine. Especially obviously the FA20 DIT in this car. I think it's great. I've always liked it more than the EJ. I feel like the only thing the EJ has going for it is that rumble with the unequal length manifold. I feel like that's why it has the most popular, you know, a lot of popularity behind it, and I think it's great. You know, don't get me wrong. I think the STI is a great car. We all know it has a better drivetrain, and I would love to do the drivetrain swap to this car. Would love to go ahead and throw, you know, the differential, the transmission, everything in here, and, you know, I would love that, you know, to have that swap. I think that would be my dream WRX, is to have, you know, an STI swapped WRX, have the WRX motor, but have the STI transmission and everything. I think that would be like a dream. It would be the perfect, you know, setup. That's definitely something I can see myself doing later down the line when this car isn't really like a daily driver anymore. But yeah, that was the main reason why I didn't go with the STI, not just a money thing. If I had the money for the STI, I can 100% be real with you guys and say I still wouldn't have got it. Like, I know a lot of people may call BS, like, oh, you know, you definitely would have got it, bro. Like, no, it's just not, it's not what I wanted. Like I said in my previous video, ever since I saw Chris Borges get his 2020 WRX in the same color, I was like, yeah, I need one of those, right? I need one of those. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want. You know, even with all the hype around the STI and everything going for the STI, I didn't care for it. Other than the fact that you see less STIs, I guess they're, you know, less common than WRXs, which is, you know, cool, but this is, you know, not what I wanted. As far as trim level goes, I went with the base, and here's why. I really wanted a premium performance model, and if you guys don't know the premium performance model, basically from, I believe it was 2018 and 2019, premium performance models got the Recaro seats and everything, but they got upgraded brakes. So not anything crazy like the Brembos, but just upgraded brakes, you know, the Recaro seats and some other stuff here and there. But the 2020 and 2021 premium performance WRXs got the Recaros, and they got Brembos as well, and, you know, some other goodies as well. So I guess the premium performance is like an upgraded base, I guess you can say, because the premium performance doesn't come with a sunroof, which is crazy because it's a premium, but it doesn't come with the sunroof and all that. But it does come with, you know, Recaro seats, and if you got a 2020 Plus, it comes with the Brembos and everything, and that was what I wanted, to be honest. That was my main thing. That was what I wanted, but unfortunately, those things were just way too expensive. And at the end of the day, if it wasn't a premium performance, I was just gonna get a base, because I wasn't interested in having a sunroof. I wasn't interested in the extra amenities that came with the premium and the limited. It was something I wasn't interested in at all. So it was like, if I'm not gonna get a premium performance, I'm just gonna get a base. Like, I'm completely fine with that. And like I said, the premium performance models were just way too expensive. Like, if you could find one, which is super hard, but if you could find one, it was high mileage and just, you know, it was high mileage but the same price as a low mileage base, if that makes sense. And then if you found one that was or if you found one that was low mileage, you're touching STI prices. Like, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay. It's just not that serious. Like, yeah, that would be, you know, amazing to have that in my WRX, but I am a customizable guy, and I like to add things to my car, and I don't need everything to come fully loaded, because, you know, I have plans at the end of the day to, you know, to do whatever I please with the car. So yeah, that's why I went with my WRX base and not with an STI or, you know, anything else. This is just, you know, in the day, it's what I wanted. So I went ahead and went with that. So didn't have to cut any corners, didn't have to, you know, make any sacrifices really. I would say that my number one color option was the World Rally Blue. I mean, everybody knows it's an iconic color, super nice looking color, but my runner-up for that color was red. And so, you know, I don't see the red ones often. I don't see them often for sale. I don't really see them often in the wild. And, you know, the World Rally Blues, for some reason at the time, I just wasn't really finding any that were within a reasonable price range and a reasonable, you know, mileage range. You know, the stars just were not aligning for the World Rally Blue. So I just went ahead and said, you know what? I got the red one on my vision board. I literally have Chris's red, you know, WRX on my vision board. So I was like, no, you can't go wrong with the red. I feel like the red will definitely do justice. So I had to go ahead and, you know, go with the red. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that right there is also another thing I love about this car, or at least about this exhaust setup specifically. Just running the muffler deletes, I think it's amazing that the car pops and crackles. I just think I think it's pretty dope. Like, I've never had a car like this that pops when you upshift. I've never even seen it, even on, you know, your BMWs, you know, even other cars, you know, anything out there, right, that's performance oriented. I never really see cars out there that pop when you upshift. It's just insane. Like, I know with a lot of other cars, like, you know, you downshift, it burbles, it pops, all that stuff, it crackles. You know, when you let off the throttle, it pops, it crackles. But with this car, you know, if you delete the mufflers and literally just get on it, you know, from third to fourth, fourth to fifth, it'll literally pop, which is just crazy to me, because I'm not used to cars popping when you're, you know, when you're going into a higher gear. It's usually just when you're downshifting. But yeah, that's another thing that's pretty cool about this car. Also, still getting used to this clutch. So if you guys are like, you know, witnessing anything that's sketchy, you're like, damn, this guy sucks. Hey man, still learning, but it's my first time daily driving a manual car. My Eclipse has always just been like a little weekend, you know, fun project. So I never actually like drove it often. So a lot of the times I would like have to relearn driving manual and stuff like that. Also, I wanted to tell you guys thank you for the support. I really appreciate it, guys. I know it's not a big deal, you know, hitting over 100 subscribers, but hey man, if you just think about it like this, 100 people in one room, it's a lot of people. But I appreciate you guys and the love and support on, you know, the WRX video so far. I already knew that was going to be the case when it comes to this car, because this car is just a lot more popular. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, nobody wants to see any clips, even when it's super clean and you got it worked up really nice. Like, you know, that's just not, you know, the main demographic of people are like not trying to see a DSM like that. So, you know, and that's okay. It's not going to stop me from, you know, enjoying my passion, or, you know, taking care of a car and, you know, modifying a car that I care about. 'Cause it's not about other people. It's about, you know, what I like. Some modifications that I am looking forward to doing for this car, I've really been thinking about lately, is not only the IAG aero separator, but also the Billet Works short shifter. Super excited to do that mod for this car. I think it's gonna, you know, transform the driving experience, make it feel a lot more better, a lot more engaging, and just make the shifter a lot more, you know, stiff and, you know, steady, I guess you could say. Oh man, that's good. I love the pops, man. I love the pops. Just had to make a little quick stop, swap out batteries real quick, but we're back. We are back. I want to sound like a broken record for you guys. I think this car is great. I guess that is my conclusion statement. This car is great, and I'm super excited to go ahead and share with you guys, excuse me, can't wait to go ahead and share with you guys the journey in modifying this car and all types of stuff. Yeah, without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys want to see more content like this, if you guys want to see more POV drives, I am definitely down to do it. I am super excited. I do have some more stuff to talk about in some other videos. I'm either gonna do a POV drive, or, you know, mount my camera up somewhere and just talk to you guys about my experience with driveway.com. I know that's not just for the car guys, that's really just for, you know, people in general that are curious about, you know, buying a car online and having the car shipped to you. Because I know a lot of the times, you know, going through websites like, you know, Carvana, etc., it can be a little sketchy. Like, you know, am I buying a car that is worth it? Am I buying a car that has issues? Am I buying a car that, you know, is this gonna be, you know, this process is gonna be super bad? Because I know a lot of people just reading reviews and going on Reddit and stuff, as far as driveway.com goes, you know, you got the horror stories, and then you got the people that, you know, haven't had any issues and all this and that, you know. And I just want to provide my background and, you know, my experience with it, because, you know, it's easier for people to just go on the internet and just complain about everything. I mean, that's just how people are. People tend to go to the internet to, you know, solve their problems. They want to go to the internet to just basically vent and talk about, you know, why a company may be horrible or why they had such a bad experience. And it's like, you really won't find anybody coming on Reddit or coming on the internet talking about, hey, I had a good experience with these people. No, most of the time people that have good experiences just keep it to themselves and just move on. But, you know, people that have bad experiences tend to, you know, want to, you know, let those things out by, you know, going to the internet and letting everybody know that, you know, they had a bad experience and that they should stay away too. With all that being said, I am gonna stop talking your guys' ear off. I hope you guys have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.